The second week of reInvent's just happened. This week has had three kind of standout things for me. Most importantly, on Tuesday, we had the machine learning keynote. We got even more announcements come through that across the entire spectrum of machine learning. And then Wednesday, we had the leadership session around data analytics, and we had lots of cool new insights and some of the new features that AWS are bringing out in some of the analytics products. Then finally, yesterday, we also had the infrastructure keynote. This is more about how actually AWS achieve all these things, as I mentioned last week, and particularly around how they build AZs, how they manage to make the Max work inside AWS as part of the new instance type. And they also looked at deeper into Nitro and Gaviscon processors. Everything around ML this week has been great. I suppose my standout thing was actually yesterday, as part of our community summit coverage, I got to interview Julian Simmons, the global evangelist for ML at AWS, and we had a great in-depth conversation about all those announcements and also some of the other peripheral things around where ML is now, where it's going to go, the opportunities coming after the pandemic and into 2021 that ML will help revolutionize and continue to innovate industry and product and retail in all sectors. As Machine Learning Partner of the Year, we saw lots of great features on SageMaker that's landed this week that we'll get into and explore. But I think one of the interesting things is Kendra as a product, which is AWS's NLP-based search engine tool, has had more capabilities added this week with over 14 different and new connector types, so you can connect to Google Drive and other connections into your corporate data sets and documentation. So I feel that that's kind of something now that our customers can exploit further, and we'll probably see a stronger use of Kendra in the next year as it's now maturing as a product. Inner Wisdom are a machine learning specialist, but at the same time, we are a data specialist, and particularly analytics and advanced analytics. And this week, AWS also launched lots of new data analytic features from their analytics leadership session on Wednesday. And a lot of that was focused around both EMR and Redshift. And being a Redshift delivery partner, we are very keen to see those new capabilities come out. And we also leverage some of the other partnerships we have. For instance, using the new integrated console system with Matillion, we should be able to allow a more comprehensive and user-friendly ability for our customers to be able to access those tools, perform those ETL process, and then ultimately get those insights out of that data. So that's critical. We also saw the new instance type, so particularly the RA instance type to date has been aimed up the top enterprise users. However, with the new X Plus launch this week, we see that more focused at the small to medium customer market, which means that will allow some of our customers to move on to the next generation of Redshift features. And then lastly, we just see with all the different ways that you can now query into other data sources from Redshift, through all the federated views, etc., that Redshift is becoming a data hub core at your data lake. It will pull stuff in from your data lake, of course, but also from your data warehouse, where it was and historically has been, but now from many other sources such as RDS, etc., and DynamoDB, so you can pull all that data consistently, both from your warehouse, your lake, and your transactional processes, and get even richer insights into how your business is operating right now, and also to power some more machine learning innovation within your company. This week at reInvent, we've had the continuation of themes around how to improve and support customers, and this will have the biggest impact, we feel. So we had all the Connect deliveries and announcements last week that included wisdom and voice identifying and that kind of thing. And then this week, we've seen all the Kendra releases. And again, that's about building up a ML-powered way of knowing your knowledge base and then being able to apply that and treat the individual that contacts you as an individual and personalize your response to what they need. So we feel that's going to be very important. The other big announcement, it was shown on both the ML keynote and last week's Andy Jassy keynote, was the innovation around QuickSight and Q that will allow business analysts in your company to ask questions of your data that's not readily available through the traditional means of having to get a data engineer to bring that into your visualization, and then your visualization engineer to make that available to you as an insight. Now you're able to use QuickSight Q to just ask those questions as you think about them. So we really look forward to seeing what impact that will have on our customers. And again, it will lower that barrier to their data so they can get in and get those insights. So the next things to look at the event is this afternoon. This afternoon will feature on the Community Summit online the interview that I did this week with Julian Simmons. That's in-depth, insightful. It gives his opinion on where ML is heading and all the great features we've seen. So please make sure that you tune in this afternoon at 2 p.m. on Twitch and watch that with the rest of us. So, and you'll be able to ask me questions as we're going along, and hopefully I can provide some answers to them if you wish. And then next week we have another big keynote. It's the Bernard Vogel's keynote. He's the CTO of Amazon. He's one of the big brains that have allowed the whole AWS vision to happen around distributed computing, and it's always insightful where this whole cloud journey is going, the impact on business, and also the impact on the developer and how the industry is evolving. So we look forward to some big announcements from him and also some big new insights about where the industry and cloud computing is heading in the next couple of years. So look out for that next week. Thank you very much.